Hi, I'm attachment specialist Adam Lane Smith, and today I want to talk to you about how to win any argument with your spouse. The secrets that only professionals know. I myself worked for years as a licensed marriage and family therapist before I voluntarily terminated my license to coach internationally. I am here now to share with you the one secret on how to win a couple's fight. You ready? You can't. You alone cannot win a couple's fight. The only way to win an argument with your spouse is to win together. That is it. Because if one of you wins, either way, whoever wins, you both are going to lose in the end. You're both going to lose. Because this is not a partnership if one of you is winning. You must both win together or both lose together. One of you will just feel a little better about the losing. So how do you win together when you are in an argument, spit's flying, people are screaming, faces are red? How do you win that? You stop and you make it about finding a solution together. You soften your voice. You take a breath. You put up your hands. You display more submissive posturing and say, wait a minute. We're going in a direction that I really don't want us to go because I want us to stay together and work together. I love you. I want to be on your team. I want us to be on a team together. I'm not sure right now why we are fighting. I know the reasons, but I don't know why we aren't working together. And I'm sure I play a role in that too. And I want us to make this work. So how can I, right now, help you to come back to the table so that we can work on this together? Now, the first time you do that, if you're a couple who's used to fighting all the time, the other person's going to say, what are you trying to pull? What are you trying to do? Are you trying to be the good person? Are you trying to win? Are you trying to make me look bad? And you could say, hopefully you have this conversation ahead of time before the spit starts flying, but you can say, I really don't like the fighting. Even if I win, I lose. We both lose. We're supposed to be a partnership. We're supposed to win together. It makes no difference which one of us wins because we will both lose. If we're this mad, it must mean there's this problem. There must be a problem here, and we have to solve it. For us to stay a team, we have to solve it. We don't have to fight each other to solve it. I think we both want to solve it. I just don't know how. So what do you need from me for you to be able to come back to the table? Don't say calm down. For you to be able to come back to the table and for us to solve this problem together so that we can move forward without ever having this problem between us ever again. What can I do right now that will help? And when you do that, again, if it's the first time and the other person's used to fighting, they might still say, what are you trying to do? They might. There's a couple things here. Consistency. If this is what you want, then commit to it and stick to it for the rest of your life. You can't escalate and start fighting and screaming and going back to the other way and saying, I have to win. It must be this or nothing. You will do this until it drives the relationship into the toilet. Because if the relationship crumbles apart when you start doing this, then the other person is choosing not to be a partner to you. The other person doesn't want to join as a team, and that's probably a big reason about why you were fighting in the first place. Usually a lot of attachment problems do that. This is how you start winning. It's how you vasopress and bond together as you solve problems. It's how you make each other feel secure. It's how you make each other feel like you've got a partner. If you are married, you should have a partner against the world. It should be the two of you down to the wire. At the end of the day, the two of you with your backs to each other against the world. You should be that united in goals, talking about your goals, talking about reaching them together. It should be the ultimate partnership. And I'm not saying you are everything for each other. I mean, you are the ultimate partnership that you can count on to be partners and to treat each other with respect. That's really what this is treating each other with respect. It's treating each other like people instead of like objects to be moved. It's treating each other like trustworthy people instead of like criminals. And it's treating the other person as if you want to spend your life working with them. That's really what this is. If the other person doesn't recognize that, stop and have a conversation that isn't happening during the spit flying and the face red and the screaming. Have the conversation and say, don't make it about them. Say, I've noticed we don't work as a team. Both of us don't work as a team, myself included. Include yourself. Both of us, myself included, we don't work as a team. I want us to work as a team. Because nothing will ever work out. Even if we break up and go find new partners and we stay this way with them, it still won't work out. So it would be best for us to just learn this now together. Let's work as a team. Let's solve these problems together. Let's stop fighting. Because fighting comes from assuming the other person is the enemy. Let's not treat each other like the enemy anymore. Let's work together. Let's solve solutions together. Find solutions, solve our problems. That's what you do. And you have that preemptive conversation. Then when the spit's flying, you calm down. And you must be consistent for the rest of your life doing this, saying, wait a minute, no, I really don't want to do this. I will lose if we have this fight. And if the other person wants to have that fight anyway, let them. And just stop. Say, I don't want to have this fight. Refuse to rise up to it and say, I am not going to have this fight. And they'll say, well, why? You just don't care? And what you will learn is that their expression of caring is caring enough to scream at each other to try to demand that your way is best. And that might be your way too. A lot of us are raised thinking that is the best way for us to show that we care about this relationship. So you not caring might be perceived as abandonment, and they might get worse. Briefly. Assure them that's not the case to the best of your ability. And recognize you are not in control of their behavior. This is an invitation to join as partners and to stop fighting and to win the couples fight forever. Every couples fight for the rest of your life, to win it together. This is what it has to be. This is the only way to win a fight, because you will ultimately lose, both of you. This wins. Because what happens is when you start doing this, when the other person, if the other person hopefully acts appropriately and says, okay, you know what? Yeah, no, I get you. Let's get back on track. Okay, here's what I need from you right now. I need you to apologize because that really hurt my feelings. And you say, okay. This is called servant leadership. Also, by the way, being servant leaders to each other, very helpful because you care about the other person. Okay, you need me to apologize? I'm really sorry. I really did not actually want to hurt you. Whatever happened, I did not intend it that way, or, I did, but I was being a jerk, and I am really sorry. You didn't deserve that. And that right there can cut through the majority of problems if people would just say that. But you can't say that to an enemy. You can only say that to someone you have decided is an ally. So you must decide your partner is your ally and that you're going down with this ship. So you say, okay, that's totally cool. How about that? All right, what else can we do? What else can we do right now to help solve this? Do we need to take 20 minutes and come back and try to solve this together? What do we need to do? And you make plans. And you make plans to solve the problem that caused the fight in the first place. The real problem. Not because, the toothpaste cap was left off, but because you guys are insecure and one of you thinks the other one is about to leave. It's the thing you're really fighting about. Solve the real problem. It's not that it's not that your girlfriend's mad at you that you didn't bring her back a hamburger. It's your girlfriend is mad at you because you haven't spent much time with her for 2 weeks and now you forgot her during lunchtime. And the problem is a lack of attention and a perceived lack of care and love. It's not the hamburger in the moment or whatever it might be in that moment. It's very rarely the thing in that moment. It's the fear that thing embodies. So what fear or unmet need is under the surface that you can address together? Solve that together. And that's how you win a couples fight. That's how you win every couples fight for the rest of your life. Do that. Make yourself the ally of the other person. Calm down. Commit to being a partner for the rest of your life. Stay consistent with it. Refuse to fight. Pull the conversation back to solutions and conversate that way. Talk that way. Communicate that way. Work together that way. Be partners instead of two people trying to achieve goals at the expense of the other person or in spite of the other person. Be allies and your brains will like each other. Do that. Leave me a comment about how that goes. Leave me a comment if you tried this before. Leave me a comment if it sounds cool. Leave me a comment if you need more suggestions and phrases on how to do this. Be aware that it may not go perfectly the first time because the other person may not have ever heard someone talk to them this kindly before. Maybe not even you. Maybe it'll take some time. Maybe it'll take some preemptive conversations before the fights start. Hey, I watched this video and let's watch it together and let's do this stuff from now on. Try that. And it does require maturity on the other person's part and a willingness to take ownership of what they're doing. If the other person is saying, no, I can't stop screaming at you because I have whatever problems. I have this, so I must scream at you. I have this, so it's my reason for screaming at you. And they say, I don't like it any more than you do, but I have to do it, and I can't control it. Well, this will bear that out really fast. This will make it really obvious whether that person is willing to work together or not, ever, for the rest of their life. So this will hasten the end, if the end is coming. But if both sides are willing to work, this can be done. In fact, it's the only way to do it. Thank you. Please like, comment, subscribe, grab the channel, get a hold of it, stay with us forever. It'll be great. Keep the channel going. Boost it. Every time you subscribe, every time you like, all those numbers, they go up and up and up, and the algorithms love it, and it shows it to more people, and you are helping other people just by pushing those buttons. You're helping other people get this information and helping me in the process. So, hey, perfect. Thank you for stopping by.